I'm going to share with you guys, in the interest of full transparency, I'm actually chatting with Team YouTube as we speak. And this dude was completely useless. He's like, oh, sorry, it's been decided. It's already been escalated. And I'm like, right, but I don't feel like someone actually looked at it. And he's like, sorry, there's nothing more we can do. I'm like, okay. So how do I know I'm not going to make that same mistake in the future if I don't even know what it got taken down for? And they're like, oh, it got taken down for, the nudity and whatever. And I'm like, right, but there's no nudity in it. So what do I do moving forward? And he's like, I understand your frustration. And I said, how am I supposed to proceed making videos if I don't even know what I did wrong? I know you're saying it's bots. I asked them if it's a human, and they said yes. So I believe it's a human, and I'll tell you guys why I believe it's a human. So this guy said, I understand your frustration. Let me transfer you to a supervisor. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay. We have a supervisor joining the call. And they say, or joining the chat. And they say, hey there, Carrie here, manager of YouTube support experience. I go, hey, Carrie, great to chat with the manager. How are you today? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Please allow me a few moments to go over your messages to make sure I won't miss anything. And I'm like, okay, well, while you're going over it, let me just catch up. I said, Cara, there seems to be a big mistake regarding my Alanah Pearce video. And I would like to have an actual human review it and reinstate it once they see that there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. And she wrote, thank, period. And then she corrected herself with a thanks. That's just like, okay, a bot. I mean, it's YouTube. They got some pretty advanced bots. Maybe a bot would do that. But that at least reassured me that that's a human if they typed wrong. I'm like, okay, no problem. Thank you. And that said, I see you've been transferred because of a removal of your video as you were requesting for another review of this. I can imagine the importance of having this concern addressed. I'm happy to take another look here. And I'm like, what? Really? We're doing this like live right now? And I said, yes, please. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. I said, I put weeks worth of effort into the video and it had over 160,000 views. There's nothing wrong with it. Thank you again. And they said, may I also please know your name so I can address you properly? And I was like, well, it's my name. It should be right there. And it's like also on the brand name Smash JT. Oh, yes. Thank you. I said Smash JT. And they said, thanks, Jeff. I'm in the process of pulling up your channel and resources here. I said, thanks. So the system is currently taking a bit longer to load your channel's data on my end. Hang on, please. I said, no problem at all. Thank you again. They said, may I pause the chat for 5 minutes while I'm checking the details? I said, whatever you need to do. Thanks. And they said, great. Please stay connected. I said, will do. Thanks for your patience. You're still with me? And I said, yes. So we are real time right now. They are theoretically real time. This manager is looking at it. And we're going to find out on a live stream. Javier says, don't stream this, bro. They might see that you're streaming them and get mad. What's the secret? Why is everyone so secretive? Like, this is all out there in the public to see. Like, why are they being so afraid of it? They said, apologies for putting this chat on hold, but thanks for sticking around. Like I'd go anywhere. And I said, of course, not a problem at all. I've taken a look at your video, and it looks like Gilbert was able to correctly address this for you. I'm not sure what you mean. Was Gilbert the first guy? Okay, so Gilbert was the first guy. And they said, what's the issue? And I said, here's the issue. And they go, okay. Echoing back the same with you might not be something you'd be happy to hear, but we want to assure you that the review process was thorough and all factors were taken into account. I can assure you all factors were indeed not taken into account because there is nothing against the TOS in that video. Could you please provide additional insight as to how you came to this conclusion? The only hero says, you got to record, keep this recorded. Dementia Sweet says, YouTube wants you gone. Stash My Ass says, ChatGPT, let's go. Kara says, we understand you want to know more about why your video was removed and how the decision was made. We appreciate your desire to improve your content for future uploads. However, to prevent other users from circumventing the system and policies, we won't be able to provide specifics. All right, so I'm going to first off say that is such a bullshit excuse. Like, if there's something in the video that causes the flag, why can't you tell people that so that they won't put that in the video? Like, what are we doing here? The reality is, these people are worried to back themselves into a corner if they say something and then clearly, as evidenced on other videos, it's allowed to fly. So they just generically say, oh, we can't give you specifics. We encourage you to see the notification you received about this. Check out the page. You can continue. I am, Kara, I appreciate your time here, but I gotta be honest with you. I don't buy that generic, what did she say? Prevent other users from circumventing line, because if there is something that needs to be avoided, why can't you guys just be transparent and then no circumvention is necessary because we'd all know what the concern is? I'd argue by not being transparent about the decision making, that inherently makes the decision unfair and potentially allows for bias to enter into the picture. I understand where your paycheck comes from, but from one human to another, this needs to change. I need to write back because she said, I want to make sure you're still there. It says to her, it shows her that I'm typing. Stop writing a novel. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Weston says, I think she's trying to get rid of you. She is level 2 support. This is the manager. It's very frustrating. People are saying, ask them just to provide a timestamp when they've already said they cannot provide specifics. You deserve finality at this point. Even if we wanted to continue assisting you, there's an established limit of appeals for creators. Okay, could you provide me with the timestamp of the infraction, please? How about that? Keep it simple. Watch my account get suspended live, right? What is the limit? Yeah, that's a good point. There's an established limit. Oh, okay. What's the issue? We can't tell you. Can you appeal it? No. What I do wrong? Can't tell you. All right, I've had a lot of people watch the video. Nobody can find anything wrong with the video whatsoever. Doesn't matter. No, I think she'll just cut off the chat when she's sick of you. No, I don't think she will. I don't think she will. I'd be shocked if they just cut off the chat. Unless like they write something like, I'm sorry, this is all we can do, and then end it. But that'd be rough. Car says it'd be best to see the information available in your notification or in studio channel violation card. Accepting things as they are is hard. I feel you, but there's no way we can alter the decision that is already final. That is technically not true. While very rare, I have actually seen instances of an overturn after unreality sets in, we'll say. Regardless, I am very concerned about the future of this platform as I work tremendously hard to provide content on it and feel like you guys really don't have my best interest in mind. Is there a manager above you that I could speak with? What? They just ended the chat. They just ended the chat just live. Wow. Wow. Cool. Awesome, YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for that. Appreciate you guys for hearing me out and just straight up hanging up on me. Wow. Was that you, Weston, that called that? Felted by a bot. Of all the things to felt me, fucking bot. Everyone's saying sue them, sue them. It's not, you can't just sue YouTube, guys. Like they have so much control and pull and money that there's nothing you can do about it. Providing clarity from the get-go is what we do around here to help, which you didn't. I have zero clarity as to what the issue even is. We hope that concluding this chat will provide you with a sense of closure and allow me to assist other creators. I'll move this interaction into an email and send you a summary of our interaction. Take care of yourself. Take care and have a safe day. Well, you guys at least got to see it live, how they treat someone when they're working their ass off trying to make videos for people and staying within the guidelines of what YouTube allows. And then they treat you like shit. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? There needs to be a legal reckoning to hit Google. Like, this shit can't fly. Clarking says, re-upload with the blurred knees. What if it's something else in the video, though? That's why I'm trying to find out what it was so that I could. And that's the other thing. I wanted to ask a follow-up as to why it wasn't age restricted. Like, why did they just slap it down and give me a warning and remove the video? It had over 180,000 views or something like that. It had a shit ton of views. and it was bringing in a lot of subscribers. It had a very good feedback. Comment section was great on it. People were like, oh, thank you for the heads up. I didn't know about this about her. Makes you wonder who could have reported it and pulled it down. It's weird. It's very weird. I still can't believe they just hung up on. I've never in my life, I've never had a chat, a help chat, hang up on you. I've never had, like, literally never had that happen. And this is, by the way, they know that they own you, where they can do that to you, where they don't give a shit about your feelings. They're like, fuck your feelings. We can do whatever we want to you. We're going to take your channel down right now because we don't like what you're saying about us. We'll just take your channel down. We're a private company. We can do that. I'm like, when do you draw a line on this kind of, I don't know, approach, we'll just say. Bulk Squat Thrust says, I'm convinced it's someone inside YouTube targeting you. I would say I'm convinced that it is someone connected to someone that is potentially simping for Alanah. Whether Alanah knows it or not, by the way. People want to blame Alanah for this. I'm like, I don't necessarily want to go that far and say, oh, Alanah caused this. It might be someone simping for her. Because I've seen plenty of issues or incidents, I'm meant to say, incidents in the past where there are simps for a creator, where they will try to take someone down that tries to say something about their queen. So yeah, I'm so frustrated right now. It's not even funny. Like, again, that's a video that I legit spent multiple days gathering information on. Like, many of my videos are like, okay, I try to gather everything in a day. That was one of those. I was like, oh, this is a heavy one. I want to make sure I get everything right. I want to make sure I cover all my bases with this. And I knew when I published it that it was going to take off, because I'm like, yeah, I got this person like nailed to the wall. All this information is publicly available and showing their hypocrisy and contradictions. What? Why you can't do that now? Like, what? Elon needs to buy YouTube next. Yeah, that's the problem. It's YouTube. I don't think people always say YouTube doesn't make money or whatever. YouTube, I would guarantee you, is the golden goose that prints infinite money every single day. And they cry all the way to the bank with how much money they're making, because it's a secret they don't want to get out there about how much money they make with this. Oh, the servers cost a lot. Oh, this costs a lot. Guys, I don't know if you realize they take a significant portion of ad revenue from everything. They're doing just fine. They have no reason to sell. It is a monopoly, and nobody can compete with them. So people are saying, "Oh, just move to Rumble, bro. Move to Rumble." All right. I could show you guys my earnings on Rumble that I've been doing Rumble for the past 8 months or so. I stopped uploading there because I was just kind of like, it's a lot of extra work to do it, but I was doing it because, and now I'm going back to it because of this. But my earnings on Rumble for like 8 months of doing it is like 17 cents. So I'm like, yeah, move to Rumble. Sure, guys, sure. It sounds great, but when you actually do it, unless it's like a full-fledged leap of faith and you just hope your audience follows you, it's not ideal. Toasty with Mostly says, but you have a huge following. It's true, and I'm sure that people would follow me over there. I'm sure there'd be a good amount of people that would still do that. I get that. But my greater concern is, why should we allow the monopoly to push people out instead of somebody get to the monopoly and break it up and say, yeah, what you guys are doing here, this is like an organized mob that needs to be, it's a racket. It needs to be broken up. And I think we all just witnessed this in real time when I got hung up on. When I was being very polite, very professional, very, very honest about my frustrations, but cordial. I wasn't rude or anything. And I still got hung up on, which blows my mind. They really do need a class action antitrust lawsuit. They need something. They need either the government to break them up or they need a class action. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? You guys saw me talking with the YouTube live support. This was the first dude I talked to, the Gilbert. He said, your appeal was reviewed by our team. No further review will be done. The survey, or what was it? The survey says that was a lie, or the pregnancy test says that was a lie, whatever that was. Because his manager did another review live with me after this. So that was a lie. I said, please escalate that video again, as I believe the review was not done in good faith. I understand how you feel about this, but this was already reviewed. We won't be able to overturn this decision. I said, if that's the case, you'll need to give me specifics as to exactly why this was removed and given a warning, as I firmly believe the video did nothing wrong. How am I to prevent this from happening again without specifics? Video was removed for violating nudity and sexual content policies. We won't be able to share any specific details of this decision. To recap, this decision was reviewed already by our team and decided to keep the video removed. That doesn't resolve my concern of how do I prevent this from happening again if I don't even know what the issue was. I understand your frustration, but please know that we have thoroughly investigated your request, and I'm afraid there's nothing more I can add at this stage. So how am I supposed to proceed making videos if I don't even know what I did wrong? And that's when they escalated it to the manager, and the manager was like, yeah, bro, go pound sand. I just looked at it and it's staying the same. Which, to be honest, I wonder if they even looked at it. I wonder. Or maybe they looked at it and they wanted to appease their boss, or there are notes in it saying, don't change this. And if that's the case, that might be some suspicious activity going on at YouTube. If there's like a direct order to not change it, then you got to wonder, where's that coming from and why did they write that in there? There's a lot of questions that come up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, how I'm supposed to talk about any of this. What am I supposed to do? I'm at a loss. I don't even know. I'm so frustrated with this whole situation, as you guys can probably tell.